there, Atomic here. For those of you who don't know me, I'm an anime artist that specializes in drawing chibis, like this one. Mostly work in digital, but I started as a traditional artist for many years. During my adventures with the good old pen and paper, I got to play with a lot of different mediums, from paint to colored pencils to even just ballpoint pen on receipt paper, which is actually something I used to do a lot when I worked in retail because that was the only time I got to draw. So today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite supplies to use, which is Copic markers. Copic, I think it's Copic. I looked up some pronunciations and it was still slightly unclear, but I believe it's Copic. I feel like these are one of the best supplies that an artist can use, and as you can see, I have a few small army of them. So first off, I'm gonna just give you a little background information on Copic markers. Just to clarify, this is not sponsored in any way. I just really love this product and I wanted to share what I've learned about them and kind of just why I love them. The brand originally started in 1987, claiming that they were going to be the next generation of graphic markers for professional designers, which they basically seem to have accomplished. Since then, they've expanded a lot, but they have one of the widest color spectrums on the market currently, carrying around 358 colors to choose from, or at least that's what their website says. Now, I'm not sure if that includes like their seasonal colors, because sometimes they'll release like limited runs, or if that's just like their base set that they have available all the time. But still, that's a lot of different options. Aside from being extensive in color options, they have some wonderful different types of products to choose from. So there's the Sketch, which is, I think, just kind of the most popular. I have a lot of these and they look just like this. As far as I know, all of them are dual-ended. I'm not sure, I guess, about the classics, but the Sketches are, and I think they have like the biggest color selection because each version has like a different color selection. And then there's also the Ciao. I'm not totally sure how to pronounce that. It's C-I-A-O. So take it as you will, but they're a lot smaller, like little skinny minis. These are really cute. I like the way these feel in my hand the most. I think they're the most comfortable to draw with or to color with. And then Classic, which I don't currently own. They're like really huge, and I don't really care for them. I haven't had a use for them yet. Not to say I wouldn't want to add them eventually, but. And they also have multi-liners, which I have somewhere, and ink refills, which they have like two different forms, but they have like big ones and like smaller ones. Smaller ones have a little less ink, but yeah. Apparently there's also an airbrush system that you can get through them, which I'm sure is super cool, but I have no clue how to airbrush. So I currently don't have any hands-on experience with that. I haven't had a chance to play with them, but they look cool. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, that's cool and all, but aren't they pretty expensive per marker? Well, Copics might be a little pricey to start out, but one of their coolest features is that you can actually refill the ink when they run out, which is what I was showing you before with ink refills. So the ink refills are a lot cheaper than replacing the marker individually, because the ink refills actually allow you to refill the marker about 5 times on average with one ink refill, on top of the fact that you can actually replace the nibs as well, which is the little parts that you actually color with. This is like a soft kind of paintbrush type end, and then this is more of a solid marker end. So that's pretty cool, but you can replace either one of those. So if they get damaged or they get really dried out, you can just buy a replacement part, which is a lot cheaper than replacing your entire marker over and over and over again. Not to mention the fact that it's a little bit more environmentally friendly too, which I personally try to make eco-conscious decisions as an artist, because it's really hard as a small business owner and as an artist to not contribute to waste, but this is a great alternative because instead of constantly throwing away an entire plastic marker and replacing it, which gets really expensive and wasteful, you can just refill them and replace pieces of them. And it's a lot easier and cheaper than having to go find that marker all over again. Basically, the initial price is an investment into what I feel like is a worthy product that will cost less to maintain. The quality of Copics is wonderful too. They blend so beautifully. They have gorgeous colors. I mean, you can see here that there's just a ton of just beautiful colors to choose from. I haven't tried this myself, but one of my friends who uses them frequently says that she uses them in tandem with watercolors actually, and her work looks amazing. Of course, paper quality helps too, but that's a whole different discussion. There's also this amazing app called Copic Collection. It helps you track which ones you own and displays how they look when used and what's available. So as you can see, it kind of shows different variations, and then I've got my collection here of all the markers that I own, and I can kind of select them there. So it's pretty neat. And if you guys want me to make another video talking about the app in more detail, please let me know down in the comments. Now, please keep in mind that this is just one silly artist's opinion, and while I have tried many different materials in my art journey, there's still plenty that I haven't. So if there's something you want me to review or try, let me know down below. I hope you've all found this informative and fun. I hope you'll give Copic markers a try. Stay cute!